I'm Mr. Metcalf.
And I'm Mr. Ochoa.
And we're the IB English guys.
We're IB students.
We're IB seniors. And
we're best friends.
We're just making a video to give you guys some tips for the individual oral.
The IBIO.
The EIEIO, if you will. So this is top 10 tips for your individual oral.
Number 1, start planning early. Don't procrastinate. Don't be like me. I stayed up till 2 in the morning finishing that.
I finalized my outline on the day of my IO. It is bad. It is a bad idea. Start early and finish early.
Yeah.
Next, get interested in your global issues in your text, or find a global issue in text that you are interested in. It will come through. You will be more excited to look more in depth into your text, into your global issue, and it will come through in your IO. So make sure this is something that you are interested, maybe even passionate about, because it will come through in your IO.
And then number 3, get to know the text that you're talking about, because you might be asked to talk about them in a broader way. And it just helps refer back the themes that may be present there.
Also, make sure you get to know other texts from the author that your texts are from. For instance, for my non-literary text, I did an episode from Black Mirror, and I was asked to refer and talk on the series as a whole outside of just the episode that I do. So make sure that you look at other texts by your author as well, so that you can comment on reoccurring themes that fit your global issue within the author's work as a whole.
And then refer to the rubric as you're going along. That way you get to know what points you need to get done, and you cover everything.
If you know what you're being graded on, it's a lot easier to get a good grade.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be talking for a bit now.
Mm-hmm.
Next, global issue paragraph. On your outline, there's going to be a little global issue box. I don't know if you've seen your outline yet. There's a global issue box. On that global issue box, don't just put a sentence that is your global issue. Put like a whole paragraph surrounding your global issue. Say, for today, for my global issue, this is what I'm going to be talking about. I'll be looking at this field of inquiry. I'm going to be using this text to look at this aspect and this text to look at this aspect. Because you can do that, and it is really going to help not only to refer to during your IO, but when you're practicing and looking at your outline, it's really going to cement in your mind what specifically you're talking about. Number 6, make sure you put long bullet points. Your bullet points can be longer than you think they are. They can be kind of like 1.5 sentence to 2 sentences worth of words, and you want to make sure that you have those words to refer back to when you're presenting. So it's a really big thing. Make your bullet points long. Next, format your bullet points. Use bold, use highlight, use italicizing.
Arrows even.
Parentheses, different stuff like that, dashes. Just make sure you're formatting your bullet points, because there's going to be words and phrases and concepts that you're going to want to come back to, and you want to make sure that those are easy to spot at a glance just by looking down at your outline quickly. So make sure those are noticeable. You can even have different formatting for different kinds of things that are in your bullet points to make it easier to kind of know where you are. And last, line specific. So I talked a lot about specific word choice, meaning that I referred to specific lines within my excerpt. So if you're doing that, have that in your outline. I'm going to be looking at lines 17 through 23, and you can see this. In lines 20 and 33 and 40, you can see this specific word choice that leads to this. So make sure that if you're talking about line-specific things, you make your outline line-specific.
And then refer to your global issue as you're talking, because that shows the IB that you know what you're talking about and then you can connect things. And then the very last thing is practice. Practice a whole lot. Read it to people, to your dog. That's what I did.
I was muttering my IO under my breath the entire day of my IO. It was just constantly there. I think everyone at the school had known my IO by the time I actually said it. So just make sure you're practicing. You want to make sure you know what you're going to say. It's going to reduce stutter, and it's going to make you less nervous if you feel assured in what you're going to say.
If you know what you're doing, yeah.
And if you feel like you know what you're doing, even if you don't really know what you're doing.
Just fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. Anyway, I'm Mr. Metcalf.
I'm Mr. Ochoa.
And we're the IB English guys. We really hope that video, the 10 tips for the individual oral, really helped you guys out and gave you guys some useful tips to do well on your IO. Make your seniors proud.
Good luck.
Kind of.